Small part of present-day London's 620 square miles, it still has its own mayor, local government and police force.
Simply known to Londoners as the City, the Square Mile has been at the cutting edge of world business for centuries, benefiting from generations of financial expertise.
Today's Square Mile remains a major centre of banking, insurance, foreign exchange, share dealing and other financial services. More money passes through these ancient streets than anywhere else in the world.
There are almost 500 foreign banks in the city, managing more than £3,000 billion for their clients. And British banks based here are responsible for more international bank lending than any other country, 20% of the world total.
The city is home to the world's largest foreign exchange market, with a daily turnover of more than £420 billion, more than New York and Tokyo combined.
More foreign companies are listed on the London Stock Exchange than any other exchange. And London is the world's largest international insurance market, insuring everything from a film star's smile to a fleet of jumbo jets.
But to keep its centuries-old reputation, the city has had to adapt to change. While tradition lives on in many colourful customs and ceremonies, the people who worked here some 30 or 40 years ago would find it hard to recognise the Square Mile today.
People? Men, mainly. Men wearing dark suits and bowler hats and carrying umbrellas. Men crossing London Bridge each morning to spend the day buying, selling, investing, insuring, banking, dealing, making money.
Today it's different. They're still making a lot of money in the city, as much as 6% of the total UK economy. But life in the Square Mile has changed in many ways.
For a start, the bowler hat is an endangered species, and even formal suits are being replaced by more casual clothes. In the high-pressure world of modern finance, comfort is important.
The city has changed outside too. On almost every street, traditional buildings compete with bold new architecture that years ago no one could possibly have associated with established city values.
On the inside, more change, mainly as a result of the computer, thousands of them throughout the Square Mile. In this case, brought in to replace the face-to-face encounters which had taken place on the floor of the Stock Exchange for 200 years. It's not the same, or it doesn't look the same, but it's both more efficient and meets the needs of the new millennium.
Which could be said of another change, the change that finally sent those bowler hats flying and brought women into the city.
Perhaps only obvious to those who knew the Square Mile when it was dominated by men, when the women who worked here were either secretaries or cleaners, the female presence at the heart of the city is not so much a change as a revolution.
It's not all change, of course. The Square Mile may look less grey, less formal, and it may be powered by the latest information technology, but the 280,000 men and women who work here are determined to keep the city at the cutting edge of world business. And that's no easy task. With the world getting smaller, the deals getting bigger, the hours getting longer and the deadlines getting shorter, they have to work hard. They're paid well though. In this money-making environment, some people receive end-of-year bonuses of £1 million. That's roughly 50 times the average yearly salary in Britain.
There's something else that makes the Square Mile very different from the rest of Britain and the rest of London. At the end of the day, all this activity, all these people, suddenly disappear.
Because almost nobody lives in the city. Most people travel here each morning and travel home again at the end of the day.
So while the rest of London is wide awake and having fun,
The city goes to sleep, ready for a new day that will bring even more money rolling in.